Back here, Brandon Marshall, we're going viral. Who better to break down this tape than the man that posted it on the gram? Brandon, should Deontay Wilder be looking over his shoulder?
Absolutely. I mean, he's
And
not
you?
100%. He's not a skilled boxer, and I actually believe he's a fake tough guy.
What?
I truly believe that. I know he's been on the show. I know but like I like him. But when we talk about boxing,
Hold on.
mano y mano,
You versus him?
yes, me versus
What
him.
part are you not getting?
I just want to make sure that we're on the same page here.
Look at this guy. He's sitting right next to me.
Yeah, listen, Brandon Marshall is an impressive physical specimen, no doubt. Deontay
I grew
Wilder,
up boxing too.
I'm happy for you.
grew up boxing.
Deontay Wilder would work you over.
How about we do it right here on FS1, right here?
Right here, you versus
Let's move
Wilder.
this
Do it on that
table.
side. Why don't you do it
Right,
on
we can
that
do it in a
side?
phone booth.
In a phone booth, maybe you have a better chance.
Yeah.
But I feel like,
100%.
listen, I'm not
stronger than him. I'm
You're
faster
stronger
than
than him?
I'm quicker than
Hold
him.
on.
I'm tougher than him, and I'm more skilled than him. What more do you need?
I'm gonna fall off the chair.
By that rationale,
You're
you should see me play
stronger than
basketball against
Deontay
LeBron.
Wilder. Wait, you're stronger than Deontay Wilder.
Yes.
Listen to the man.
I'm a football player. I'm a trained football player. Squat like 500 pounds, bench over 450 pounds. Yes,
What?
I'm stronger
You
than
think
him.
he's not a-
Yes, I'm
you-
stronger.
You think he's the milkman?
You see his legs? You see how skinny his legs is? Can we get a shot of Deontay Wilder's leg
Oh
on the
my
show?
God. This is, in 3 years of the show, this is the hottest tape that has ever been uttered. The hottest.
All right, time for stories to start your morning. Cowboys wideout
What a
Amari
take.
Cooper is a free agent after this season. However, he recently came out and said he wants to stay with the Cowboys, that he loves the Cowboys. He loves being in Dallas. Nick, what do you make of Amari's comments?
Amari's going to be on the Cowboys next year. Whether he loved it or not, he was going to be in the Cowboys next year. And you might say, well, what if he doesn't sign a contract extension? Cowboys, weird thing with the CBA expiring, every team's going to have a franchise tag and a transition tag. So we thought going into the year they had to get either Dak or Amari done because they were only going to have one tag available to them. They got neither of them done, but they have those two tags available. And you don't trade a first-round pick for a player, pardon me. Have that player be highly productive and then let him walk for nothing 20 games later, 24 games later.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to be on the Cowboys. I love this for Amari. I actually want to fact check this. Dustin, our historian on the show, can you see how many teams I played with and for and how many quarterbacks that I have, right? Here's the thing. When you're a wide receiver, when you find a good quarterback that can get you the ball, that understands your body language and how you come in and out of your breaks, you stay right there because it's not always better on the other side. It's not always better. Stay right there, Amari.
And when you are a wide receiver who hasn't found a quarterback, you end up falling in love with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I do love Ryan.
I know you do.
I love Ryan.
I know you do, Brandon's like, oh my
He
God.
beat the Eagles.
I know.
That's why I love
know.
him.
It was 6
All right.
teams, by the way. We're still looking up
16?
the quarterbacks. 16.
All right, 16.
On to the Eagles now. Yesterday, Doug Peterson took the blame for his team's struggles on Sunday, saying the Eagles' lack of discipline and consistency is on him. However, if the Eagles do win out, they will still get into the playoffs. Nick, what do you make of what Peterson's selling?
Listen, he's trying to figure out the button to push for a team, and none of them have worked. I do appreciate him taking the accountability. Jim Harbaugh this weekend was asked why Michigan can't beat Ohio State, and he was asked, is it a coaching gap? And he said that's an insult. Like, no, well, there's something to that question. And Doug Peterson saying our team is underachieved, it's on me. Even though Doug Peterson's not coordinating that defense, he's not the one allowing Fitzmagic to score 23 straight points in a game he had a double-digit halftime lead in. That's not on him, but as the head coach, I think it's good he's taking responsibility. I don't think they're going to win out. I still think, though, despite that, they could win the division.
Here's why I love this. Because let's go to Dallas. We've been crushing Jason Garrett all year. He's not the guy. Look at his decision-making. He just went for 4th and 1, backed up on his own 20. This guy needs to be gone. Have we ever heard him stand up and say, this is on me? As a player, you love this. When a coach stands up and says, this is on me, when he knows that the quarterback just threw that interception and that wasn't his read, the wide receiver slipped on his route. Come on, we've been working our footwork all week. This is a coach the guys love playing for, and this is why they will win a division.
Ooh, all right, there's a hot take. On to Russell Wilson for your Prime Performance, sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Color the classics this holiday. Wilson picked up the W last night, completed 21 passes for 2 touchdowns to help his team to their 5th straight win. So the Seattle faithful showered Russ with MVP chants. Nick, you think Russell Wilson can challenge Lamar for MVP?
Absolutely. There's too much of the season left to act like this award is done for. At this point last year, Drew Brees was the prohibitive favorite, a bigger favorite over Patrick Mahomes than Lamar is right now over Russell Wilson. And then by the end of the year, Patrick was nearly a unanimous MVP because of how the season ended. And by the way, this might become a 3-person race here in a couple weeks because Deshaun Watson's coming on pretty damn strong. But I think Russell Wilson was the leader after 4 weeks and the leader after 8 weeks. Lamar's the leader after 12. But it's very close. And I think we can show you the numbers real quick, Brandon, before you jump in, of how close it is. Their passer ratings, 1.5 off each other. The total yards per game, if you incorporate rushing and passing, less than 4 yards away from each other. Total touchdowns, Lamar's got the 3 lead, same number of giveaways, and the teams have the same record. So right now, as I like to say, it's a bit of a Beyonce-Rihanna situation. It's a matter of taste. And there is no wrong answer to me between these two right now.
The thing that I'm afraid of when it comes to Russell Wilson winning MVP, and I love Russell Wilson, play with one of my quarterbacks. Okay, thanks, Dustin. All right, that's one of my quarterbacks. It's the popularity test, right? Like right now, Lamar Jackson is the most popular football player
in the league.
Okay, but I want to go back a year. One of the things that I've always tried to do was, how do you lead the leaders, right? I've always tried to lead the leaders because it's extremely hard for a guy like Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, to give and give and give and lead and lead and lead and speak into other players' lives and uplift them, make them better. Who's doing that for a Russell Wilson? Who's doing that for a Tom Brady? So last year when I was playing with Russell, every day I would walk by him, I say, MVP, you're the MVP. I said, we know you're going to win the Super Bowl. You already won the Super Bowl. You're going to win a couple more. But let's go get MVP. Let's go be MVP. I would literally say that to him every single day. And now, I'm not saying I manifested it, but this guy is the MVP. But he's not going to win it by himself. He's going to be co-MVP. This is going to be a year where we have both. What these guys are doing, and you just showed the stats, if you take out the popularity test right now, who do you give it to? Right? We got to give it to both.
And so the way, we've had a co-MVP before. It was Steve McNair, I think, and Peyton Manning. I know Steve McNair. The way that would work is because of the NFL MVP balloting, it's around 50 people. They all submit one name. It's not a full ballot. It's just if it's a true tie, is if they end up with 25 votes apiece or 24-24 with Deshaun getting a couple. To me, that is in play because we showed you the numbers. They're that similar. The records are identical. And a point you made before the show, what would either of these teams look like with just a league average quarterback on there?
That's right.
Put Jimmy Garoppolo, who's fine. Like, he's playing, he's been fine this year. If he were the quarterback for the Ravens or the Seahawks, what would their teams look like right now?
So if you take Lamar Jackson off of the Ravens, they're not even a 500 team. You take Russell Wilson off of the Seahawks, they're probably 500 because I love Pete Carroll. Yeah. But they're not a good team. These guys change the entire landscape of the organization.
Yep.
The organization. These teams are phenomenal. They're in phenomenal shape with these quarterbacks for the next few years. But I want to see this come down to these two guys, and I want to see this be 2 co-MVPs. There's going to be collusion. There's going to be collusion amongst the voters. That's how we're going to get it done.
I feel like Seattle's doing more with less between these.
Really?
Yeah, with Russell Wilson's doing more with less.
And right now they're both, one's the 1 seed right now, and one's the 2 seed right now.
By the way, real quick, Dusty, check for us 17 quarterbacks you've played with.
17 quarterbacks.
All right, take
and
a break.
0 heavyweight champs.
We'll let you marinate on that for a bit. Coming up, are the Lakers as good as the record suggests? That's next on First Things First.
Can I get a list of those quarterbacks?
Next.